YouTube, it's Karma here doing the weekly Kyle XY recap and thoughts for season 3 episode 8 called The Telltale Heart. Okay, so I have a lot to get through today, lots of recap and lots of thoughts, so I'm going to divide this episode into sections tonight, so just bear with me. The episode starts out with Lori and Declan going to the rack. Declan is trying to reconcile her and Hillary, and long story short, they end up becoming friends again, and they approve of the Latnock Smarty that Declan is trying to go out with. So moving on, because I have a lot to talk about. Josh is still upset Andy's leaving. He proposes to her, but she can't accept, and this is after he asks Steven if she can move in. Well, he promptly says no. So Josh goes home and he's really upset, and Steven, who needs more screen time by the way, is trying to joke with him, but Josh is on the verge of like crying and he's really sad, so it's a more serious side of Josh tonight. And it was really sad, but Steven was there for him, so I love Steven. Nate and Amanda are talking, and she sees that he has a Latnock symbol tattoo, you know, the symbol. Isn't that awesome? Some of that action. He has a Latnock tattoo. And she's like, oh, Kyle has a ring with Latnock on that. Way to spill the beans, Amanda. Whatever. And he's like, how so? And she's like, well, his biological father gave him to him, that guy named Adam. And Nate's like, Adam Balin? Dun, dun, dun. So maybe Nate will find out Kyle's secret. Who knows? I don't. Anyway, the bulk of the episode, which I'm trying to get to as fast as I can, if you can't already notice, is Jesse and Kyle. Jesse goes to Cassidy's office to copy basically his SIM card so they can see all of his outgoing calls and whatnot and try to find out what happened to Sarah. And Kyle distracts Cassidy. Jesse looks into where the ring is hidden and she kind of gets sick for a while, and she's getting sick a little bit more progressively throughout the episode. And she actually faints on like a staircase. What they're going to try to do is they go back home to Kyle's room, and they're going to try to do that thing where they can recall memories. If you remember, Balin taught it to Kyle last season. It's like photographic memory. You can jump back into it and look at it from different angles and whatnot. So Jesse is having trouble doing it, and Kyle goes, you should get in my tub. And she's like, really? And he goes, it helps me. Kyle's just so sweet that way. So she gets in the tub, and they start to recall the night that... they go back to the hallway of Jesse's apartment after she helped Kyle. This is after Kyle talked to Cassidy and whatnot. And that makes them wonder, how did Cassidy get back to the apartment so soon? If this happened right after he got into talking to Cassidy, which I haven't even thought about before. So somehow Cassidy's at the apartment, and this is when he sees Jesse and he has laundry in his hand. Jesse looks, and there's a bloody towel in the laundry basket, which is presumably Sarah's. We have to assume that it is. And Jesse like freaks out. She gets a fever and like is really sick. So they put ice in the tub. Kyle and Nicole try and help her. And Nicole says that she probably has a repressed memory that she doesn't want to go back to, in some sort of psychosomatic, I don't know, I think that's what she calls it, psychosomatic. This is why I'm not a med student. There's a thing wrong with her head. That's as terminology, Nicole, as I get. That's as much terminology as I use. So let's move on to the fact that I'm not a med student. Okay. So Kyle goes back into the vision with her. They use their UV vision, Kyle and Jesse, in the hallway of her apartment. They use UV vision, ultraviolet, to look for any blood, and they see like bloody handprints, and all throughout this they hear what they think is like a butterfly's wings flapping, but Kyle figures out that it's Sarah's heart slowing down. That's what they're hearing, which is why the episode is what it's named. Why the title of the episode is The Telltale Heart. And then they hear it stop. So Sarah is dead, and we have to assume that Cassidy, well, come on. But there's always a twist. It is Kyle XY, so you can't, you know what they say about assuming. You shouldn't. But yeah, we have to assume that Cassidy killed Sarah. And Jesse's still kind of dealing with this, and Nicole walks in and talks to her, and Jesse says she's not ready to share what she saw with Nicole yet, and Kyle hasn't either. And one day that she'll tell her, and Nicole says, well, I'll be here that day, so you don't have to worry about me leaving or anything. And Kyle tracks down actually Sarah's cell phone, or whatever, the memory of it, on a computer, and there are pictures of Jesse and her cell phone. They were so cute. It was such a moment, because now Jesse can know that Sarah really did care about her, you know. And Cassidy goes to his office, and the ring Sarah's ring is gone, right? And he goes and asks Nate, did you see anybody in there? And he's like, well, I did see Jesse. And he's like, oh, okay. Guess who has the ring? Just guess. Take a guess. Tell me right now. Nate has the ring. He is going to be digging deeper into this whole Latnock thing and Kyle. And, come on. So you know he's going to use this against Kyle when he finds, if and when he finds out. But anyway, that's the recap. Now my thoughts. First of all, where is Foss, you guys? I love Foss. I'm a huge Foss fan. And, okay, Sarah's gone. Adam's gone. They have nobody but themselves to figure all this stuff out. Foss can help you. He helped you so much. He's not there. Why? Foss, he would help so much right now. Like, seriously. Second of all, a Latnock tattoo. Come on. He just happens to have a Latnock tattoo. Like, what? I'm gonna get 781227. No. And next week, Jesse in the trailer. Next week, Jesse goes like Christian Bale on Cassidy, and like she throws him in, or she's attempting to like use her powers to like hurt him. And Kyle comes in, and he like throws her against the wall with his telekinesis. Everyone's gonna give Kyle heat for throwing Jesse, but if Jesse were to do it to Kyle, it would just be expected. Double standard. That's all I have to say about that. Anyway, it was a good episode. 2 left. Save the tub. I hope it happens. I keep saying the final episode, so I don't know. But yeah, sorry this recap was really long, but I have lots to talk about. So please rate, comment, and subscribe. Hey guys, I totally forgot to add this. Nicole walks in and she sees Kyle and Jesse kiss. I don't know why I forgot to say that, but I had to throw it in there, so that's it. Subscribe. Bye.